Just because you see a stampede of wild horses does not mean that you will be trampled. It is only a movie. It is only a movie. And these horses, they live only on the screen.
Let's hear it for Chandel. All right, so this is a really interesting abstract film. You know, it has really interesting visuals. It's poetic. What inspired this project?
Believe it or not, I just happened to wake up in the middle of the night, and the I-O, it was just in my head, and I recorded it in my phone, and then layered it with other parts, was tapping on a bottle, and it just came to be. It just, out of the ether. We'll just call it a labor of love.
That's interesting. You know, you never know where inspiration is going to come from. You know, it could come from life experience. It could come from, waking up from sleeping. Is this your first film?
It is my third, but in a span of 1 month. So they just came like that, and I decided to look into festivals, and here I am.
Okay. And did you write the voiceover poem?
I did. Everything is me. The music on the end is my production, the vocals, everything. So.
Okay, great. And what was the process like putting everything together? Where did you start?
I started with the chanting and the bottles and the keys. And then I went looking for images, visuals, the video, and I found all the parts that kind of fit around what I was saying, and that's how it came out. Pretty decent, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I really liked it. And I liked that you made everything, black and white. That gave it an interesting texture. Was there some sort of interpretation for that, why you didn't want it to be in color?
Well, it was my last of the 3 shorts that I had done, and I felt it was more personal, and maybe people really wouldn't receive it like the other 2. And then I saw another festival online. It was called the Monochromatic Festival or something like that. They were doing black and whites. I said, let me try that. And so I mentioned to my editor, let's lay it over black and white and see what it looks like. And it came out pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely. So you recently made these 3 films in a short period of time. What sparked all of these projects? So you're a new filmmaker.
Yes, new filmmaker. Just, like you said, life experience. It's that love that's bubbling from within, and it just comes out however it comes out, at whatever time it comes out, and that's basically what it was.
Wow. And what are these 2 other films like?
The other are actually depicting personal experiences that I've had, and I was going to submit them, but the time, I think it required at least 5 minutes or something. The others were under, and you have conflicts with other festivals that don't want you to screen in LA County, so I had to kind of juggle. I would have loved to submitted all 3, but I just couldn't.
I see. Well, where could we see those other films?
They're not online or anything, because some of the festivals have rules, right? So they don't want them online or anything like that. So we just have to wait the year out and see how everything kind of pans out.
Okay, great. So after these 3 experiences with these 3 films that you recently made, being a new filmmaker, where are you at as a filmmaker? Do you want to continue making films, or do you want to do other things?
I kind of like what I did. The other 2 are similar, where I came up with the song, the vocal, whatever I'm doing, the poem, and I found the visuals to go along with it. So and then that's my music on the end. I did that in all 3 films. So it's just, it was sort of my attempt to put myself out there, and it may grab the attention in different aspects of what I've done. So should I be inspired to do another one? Then I probably will.
Do you have any new ideas for new films yet?
No,
or?
I have ideas for TV shows and things like that right now. So.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you never know when something new is going to come up into your life, and you're going to start exploring it. And now you're in a film festival, right. So it's like you never know. So besides filmmaking, what's next for you?
I don't know, honestly. Do any of us know? However life kind of designs this thing. Like, we didn't know we'd be sitting across from each other today, on this day. So I find that the spontaneity of life is what really, really, really turns me on. So to know what's next is not that fun, because I think it would be limited, so.
Yeah, that makes sense. Taking on this new venture of filmmaking, did you find it daunting that you were going to attempt to do something that you've never done before?
Not at all, because most of what I did was what I do. And the interesting or fun thing was finding the images and stumbling upon what fit spontaneously, and knowing in my heart that this is me. Regardless of what someone else thought about it, it was like the young lady that was here, the music artist. You're just free to just do what you do without the fear of someone not liking it or having an opinion. That doesn't really matter. So that was the cool part.
What were your biggest takeaways from making these 3 films? What did you learn?
That everyone is going to have their perception of it, and it may be different from what I intended, but whatever it was supposed to be for them, that's what it's supposed to be. So I've accepted that.
That's I could definitely relate to that. For me as a filmmaker, when I'm writing and I'm working with the themes of ambiguity, it's a great thing to explore, because like you said, the audience might have a certain interpretation about your work. It might be different than yours, it might be the same, whatever. But that's what art is all about. It's up to interpretation. Everyone has a different point of view when they experience it, and that's a really beautiful thing, And it's kind of like for some films and some types of art, maybe there's no right answer for what the correct interpretation is. So that's really cool that you were open to that, as opposed to just telling everybody what you were trying to say. Right. Thank you so much for being a part of this and sharing your great work. We look forward to what you have next.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Let's hear it for Chandel.